Coach, when a game gets tight late like that, what does it mean to have a guy like De'Aaron Fox who can come up with those plays when you need him the most?
Yeah, he's done it for us this year. He's done it throughout his career. His confidence and experience on just closing games is extremely valuable for us.
What did you see on that final possession for him to draw a foul in that spot?
We just wanted to get the ball to him and give him space, and thought he did a good job of attacking. And they made a play, and it's kind of a loose ball, which is always a bang-bang play. It's hard. I thought Isaac did a pretty good job of coming over and trying to help his teammate and contest, and he just got him a little bit there on the wrist. Tough play, but again, his poise and composure to go to the free throw line and knock him down was a great job by De'Aaron.
To finish it out at the other end, Cornette comes up with that block. It seemed like the guys got a little bit fired up about that one. Just what did that moment mean for your team there?
Yeah, it's tough. When you're up two in that instance, you can only lose, obviously, with the three. So we wanted to take away that, and Jamal drew a great play and had Wagner at the rim. Luke's instincts were better than anything that we told him in the timeout as coaching staff, and the guys were fired up for him. Luke was extremely impactful tonight, more than the box score would suggest, and he left his imprints all over the game, and obviously that last play was a representation of that.
What was your approach to managing minutes today, given the kind of workload management that you have to do with everybody coming off this tough turnaround?
Just play everybody. I think, their fatigue showed more than me managing them, and I mean that as a compliment. I thought they emptied the tank basically throughout the game, and we just had to continue to cycle guys in and out because we weren't going to sacrifice our brand or identity of basketball of playing fast with pace or the multiple efforts defensively and on the boards. And so it was unsustainable for those guys to be able to do it on the second night of a back-to-back. So you go right down the line with all the guys off the bench. Carter Bryant giving us 13, Jeremy 20, David and Lindy even, double digits combined, and obviously Dylan and KJ. We needed every minute from everybody, and it was a really good team win.
Coach,
No, go ahead.
a gutsy win here in Orlando. Can you just talk a little bit about the Magic, and they put up a fight and pushed you guys all the way till the end?
Yeah, they're playing really good basketball. Even when we had a little bit of a cushion, and I mean about 6, 7, 8 points there kind of for most of the second half, you could feel that they weren't going anywhere. And they made some shots, give them credit. And we had a breakdown or two. And again, that's going to happen throughout the game, even though we get frustrated with it as coaches. And I thought our guys did a good job of just weathering the storm because we knew Orlando's playing really good basketball. They're a tough team, and it was going to be a 48-minute game.
What did you make of Dylan's play there down the stretch? Big three, steal, and finding his teammates there as you guys were trying to seal it?
Impressive. It doesn't take anything I'm going to say that's more clear than what everybody's seen with their eyes. The kid's talented. He's skilled. He can make plays for himself and his teammates. We're just trying to get him to continue to learn the game, this league, the attention to detail that it takes, the discipline to do it every possession, and to continue to get him in better shape every time out. But the kid can play.
Why did you want to mix in some zone defense at times in this game, or what were the benefits of that?
I thought just changing up the look. Thought there was a couple times for us, we have some groups that we felt like execute our zone defense pretty good, and they did a great job of that. And then sometimes it's kind of like on offense, you ride a hot hand. If you get a couple stops, you don't need to try to change it if it's not broken. And so we just stayed with it.
Do you learn something about this team when you have to empty the tank, like you said, and you're able to come up with a win like this in this kind of environment? Does that tell you something you didn't already know?
I think I think we're learning about ourselves every game out. We haven't been together long, and so all these experiences, good and bad and in between, we're trying to not allow the result to carry the learning experience or the reaction in response to what's happened, even though that's hard to do because we're competitive and we want to win. But I think we're learning a lot every game out.
And circling back to De'Aaron, some of the big shots he hit late were from three-point range. How does it sort of open up your offense in his game when he's able to be efficient from that range?
Yeah, he's tough. When you got to cover ground with someone with his speed and dynamic ability with the basketball in his hands, he's almost unguardable if you're talking about one person. And then when you bring a crowd to him, it opens up things for his teammates. So him playing at all three levels is extremely important, not only for himself, but for our team to get going.
Coach, the Spurs without Wemby, just talk a little bit about the pace and the type of ball you guys are playing without the big fella.
You know, it's not any different, but he's a big puzzle piece to what we do, so it's going to look different when he's not out there. And so when he gets back in the fold, when Steph gets back in the fold, when J-Mac gets back in the fold, we're not going to drastically change our brand or identity. It may look a little different because those guys are big parts of what we do. And not every player is created the same or, executes things similarly all the time. But, we want to play our brand of basketball regardless of who's available and who's out on the court.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.